Hey there guys, we're in Noosa, Noosa Heads, Noosaville, Noosa Junction, Noosa Dallalarama, about to hit the Salvation Army family store, so hit subscribe and follow the adventures in Queensland. Get out of the way! Well, hello friends, welcome to another scintillating episode of the Geelong-Flipper. Hi, I'm your host, Tori Favreau. You know me as Uncle Flip. It's a nickname I gave myself. Now, we're in Queensland, guys, in Noosaville, going through the salvo shop here. I'm sure I did find Chanel somewhere there. No, just a sign that says it. I hope everyone's super well. If you are not a channel member, I strongly suggest you become one. It's so much fun. Children clap and people will congratulate. Get out of my way. People congratulate you as you walk down the streets. Hope that everyone's doing super well, super good. Have you been thrifting? Tell me all about it. Comment below. In this place, there were lots of neat things. However, they were all very expensive. That seems to be a common cry for me, but Noosa in particular, considering that we were looking at what it was like, see, 20 bucks, that's some bullshit. But considering we were looking at potential places to settle and, you know, do reselling, this was not one of them. A bit better. Fucking hell. So yeah, some of the prices up around this neck of the woods were utterly jacked. They are preying heavily upon the, and I do use the word preying because there's nothing else for it. Not like, hey, God, but like, hey, tourists, we know you come in here a little bit cashed up and we're going to take advantage of it. Some of the prices were so expensive, there's no way the local people could have been buying stuff to just casually wear. Resellers, good luck with that. I've already had feedback from some of you guys who live around the area that this place is utterly impossible for someone to make a living buying and flipping stuff. And, you know, you may think, woe is me, but consider this. The people who are resellers trying to buy stuff and flip it, quite often that is their income. It's how they're making their money. So you may think, oh, you know, they're buying off op shops. Yeah, they are at the prices that op shops should be charging. But look at that. It's just like an $18 shirt. I don't care if it's got a country road label on it. It was given to them. And in this high traffic area, they could be making it a lot cheaper. $15, $20 odd for an op shop shirt. The CEO up here must need a lot of damn money, I'll tell you right now. So just checking out the book section here, as I always do. There were quite a few decent reference books there, and some of which, if I had been in Geelong at the time, would have been worth taking home to add to the library of books to flip. Interestingly enough, I had a really quick listing yesterday. I bought a $5 sealed set of Sarah Maas books, and they were still in their shrink wrap, and I think within 3 hours of listing them, they had sold and they're on their way off to America tomorrow. It's pretty neat. I've never had something turn over quite as quick, and I'm sure that plenty of you guys have, but it was absolutely like just fascinating to me. So I'm going to say that she's extremely popular, and I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out for more of her books, particularly if I can bundle them up. I know the fact that they were brand new sealed and shrink wrapped would have helped because, you know, we are starting to think of presents for people, and yeah, the brand new sealed stuff is always a good way to go. Something else I was thinking of too was, you know, imagine you could offer a gift wrapping service or something, you had a SKU for that. It's something I'm going to look into and see if it works, and I'll be sure to tell you a lot more about it. A lot of this stuff here though is just straight bread and butter stuff. It wasn't like special books that I couldn't get anywhere else. There's stuff I've seen down in Geelong, so I'll save that for Geelong in case you're a first time viewer. What I'm doing at the moment is I go op shopping or thrift shopping. I find stuff to sell for a profit on eBay or Facebook Marketplace in order to pay my bills and try to make my way through the world. So I live in Geelong. I'm currently in these videos in a state called Queensland, which is a couple of 1,000 kilometres away from where I normally live. So I had the constraints of baggage, not all the emotional baggage and scarring that I've got, but the actual baggage to get it on the plane. And you'll see by the end of this trip, I still managed to screw it up. This place was ridiculously expensive though, and there weren't a lot of cheap and cheerfuls there. Even like some of the more premium brands, they were just priced up the kazoo. It's as though a lot of these Oppos might have actually been charging eBay prices. The only downside to it is I think that we're losing track of where we all sit in the food chain. In particular, the op shops, they've got to be in their bonnet about the fact that we buy stuff from them and sell it. However, they get their stock for free. We don't get our stock for free. We pay for the damn stuff, and then we take on the risk of holding onto it whilst we hopefully try to sell it. But I mean, if you guys have been doing this for a while, and I most certainly have, sadly, I've still got stuff in my tubs that's 12 months old. Like, I need to go through, take inventory of my inventory and try to actually see if I need to fire sale it, burn it. It's just a long time to be holding on to things. And you'll see me shuffling through the cutlery every now and then. I think I'm about to explain it. Past Tory is about to explain it to you. So let's see what he has to say. Now you might wonder why I'm digging through the cutlery. I'm looking for splades or sporks. They always sell. Alright, so there's no sporks or splades there. Guys, if you have these out in your local op shops, by all means grab them. They sell, and generally cutlery isn't too much. Though ironically, some of these Oppos don't carry cutlery, so I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're just shit canning it to get money from the bloody scrap metal people. That actually happens in one of the Oppos in Geelong. They throw out good quality silverware, metal, and when people donate it, they just throw it straight into their scrap metal, so as they have barbecue money at the end of the year. True story. True story. One day I'll name and shame. But, yeah, just chucking out really good quality metal. So if you're headed out to Breakwater at any stage, don't take anything metal out there, I'll tell you right now. Having a look at some of these pants. Once again, I was just going through this stuff to give you guys an idea of what you could expect at some of these Oppos. Because, you know, you may not have been there. I certainly haven't. And we ended up thrifting all the way from Tweed Heads all the way up to Cairns. On our final day in Cairns, guys, you're going to see us smash 6 op shops, and that was in 1 hour. It's all the time we had left before we could go to the airport, and we wanted to make sure that we showed you guys, because we fell in love with Cairns. It's an absolute winner for me, and I think, you know, if I was relocating, it'd be up somewhere around there. Cairns was an absolute banger of a place, and I really like the vibe, and I really like the heat too. And you know, people say it gets even hotter and wetter during the wet season. Bring it on. I don't mind that stuff at all. This was the other place I really like. If I was cashed up and I didn't need to rely on doing what I do for a living, then it's another area I would consider settling down. Noosa was absolutely beautiful, but geez, they just the obvious preying on the tourism dollar. Like I said, some of you guys reached out to me and said, Uncle Flip, it's impossible to do our thing up here, and I would totally understand that. However, what I also would like, guys, is if you are a flipper up that way, put in the comments how you make $1. Like, can you make $1 buying and selling up there? See the shoe prices? That's bullshit for that. It's not a good shoe. It's in good nick, but it's certainly not that. It's like a $5 shoe. Considering some of these places will even not take shoes on certain occasions, sell them, get rid of them quickly. Anyhow. It's funny, you know, like the brand country road's meant to be synonymous with quality. There's better shirts at friggin' Kmart. And that's the thing, the pricing is so jacked, and that's why I keep calling them out on it. And look, some of you like it, some of you don't. I don't really care. I will continue to call these Oppos out on some of their pricing policies. It's like the other day at the Vinnie's in Belmont, they had $45 on a set of boots. $15 and it's all worn out. I know there's tourists here, but what about people who just want to shop for stuff? Like for the clothes. Like for example, at the moment, I literally need some clothes for this friggin' trip because I haven't done my washing. Prices here are batshit. Better off going to Kmart and getting a licensed t-shirt because I'm a fucking nerd. Gang of youths. Still $5. So $5. The Foo Fighters one was jacked, but they were charging a little bit more for that as well. It was just like it looked okay, but once again, it's a Fooey's t-shirt. You know, we all love the Foo Fighters, but it's pretty common. The other shirts, not too bad. The pricing was pretty ordinary though. And it seems as though whoever prices at this place, as soon as they see anything that even partially resembles a brand or something that they recognise, they go bloody trigger happy on the old pricing gun and start slapping some bullshit on there. I can't keep up with it half the time. And I just think, you know, these oppos are getting overloaded with clothes that they won't move. Or even worse, here's a behind the scenes thing. If it's even slightly dirty, they rag them out. They throw them into these huge baling machines and they send them off where they literally get paid cents to the kilogram, if that. And they literally get chopped and cut up by these companies and made into rags. Perfectly serviceable clothing. Yeah, I know they're Under Armours. I don't want to pick them up. So I hope this is giving you a good look of what to expect up and around this way. Later on, you'll hear me talk about the books, and I still stand by what I'm about to say coming up. I haven't been doing as many books lately. I've been moving into other stuff that I can pick up quite readily. It's been a bit of an eye-opener, but I still love my books, still think they're well worth getting. Are any of you guys from this area? Like, can you actually find stuff here to flip? For me, I'm just bloody glad that my passion is books. I can still make money out of books every day of the week. But just for this general stuff, bloody hell. I mean, the Under Armour shirts I might be able to get, like, I don't know, 10 to 12 bucks a shirt. But, yeah, you'd have to be selling a fair bit. I'd throw it out there. If you guys are volume sellers, hit me up. You'd have to totally go cheap and cheerful and just move them like that, I reckon. Brand new, $4.99. Second hand in an op shop, $2. $6. Or $7.50. Guys, because I'm a nuffy, I don't even know if I finished up the last video. The pricing of that salvo sucked. How can normal people afford that crap? Alright, on to the next op shop.